So it's time to draw some walls. But first of all, let me just congratulate you on making it through the first section of this course. Although some of the topics we've covered so far probably didn't feel like the most interesting of topics, they're the foundation of everything we're going to do moving forward. And they're just going to make it that much easier for you to progress through the next lessons. I remember when I started at Planet, my manager jokingly said to me that we were going to spend a whole day drawing walls. I laughed, but little did I realise he wasn't joking just as much as I wish he was. Now, before you panic, don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch 8 hours of me drawing walls. But what I do want you to take away from this lesson is the importance of the topic. Having a good understanding of drawing your walls, making sure that your layout on Cabinet Vision is as accurate as possible to the room that you're working in, it's just going to make it a lot quicker, and we're not going to have to spend a lot of time redoing things to get those drawings ready for production and to present to your clients. So now that you're ready, you know how to start your new job and you're feeling a lot more comfortable moving around the screen, we'll jump on over to our sidebar and we'll select the wall button. Well, Cabinet Vision lesson number 1. Everything goes on a wall. So until you draw them, you won't be able to do anything else. Along the ribbon bar, you'll see a section called Drawing. This is where we can select what type of walls we'll be drawing. In all levels of Cabinet Vision, you'll see the option to draw a line, a chained line, and a line box. In Solid Standard and above, you'll see the introduction to draw arcs and draw curved walls. But for this first lesson, we'll just be focusing on the standard 3 types of walls. The line button will draw a wall from where I first click to until I click again. You'll see it has stopped drawing. I can then click again and it will start a new wall. This is great for drawing your galley style kitchens where you have 2 separate and unconnected walls. The chain line is much like the standard line, however, the wall will continue after each click. As you can see, if I click once and twice, unlike the line, this chain line continues to go. If I click a third and fourth time, the wall has continued to draw. To exit this, I can now right-click on my mouse and the wall will stop. This is the preferred tool for more advanced shaped kitchens with multiple connecting walls. Finally, the line box. This will draw your 4 walls automatically using the 2 locations that you click to establish the height and the width. Okay, so now I have achieved in drawing a bunch of random lines all over the screen, and now every time I click, another wall keeps showing up. So the first thing I need to do is to stop drawing new walls. As you can see here, I still have the line box mode selected. So I need to get out of this by moving across the ribbon bar and finding the select option. Choosing this will put me back into the selection mode, and so as I click, I'll no longer be drawing walls. Now I need to remove some of these walls as well. Now that I'm back in my select mode, I can simply select any wall I want and press my delete key. Alternatively to this, I could select a few walls I wanted to delete by holding my control button and then selecting each wall I'd like to delete. I can then again hit my delete button and they will be deleted. The final way to delete a wall is to choose all of them together by moving back to our ribbon bar and clicking the Select All button. This will select all the walls, and again we can hit our delete key. There's a 100% chance you'll need to draw walls at a certain size. Randomly clicking in the right shape of the room just isn't going to cut it. We'll take a look now at how to draw a room and get the sizes to be exact. Rule number 1 of drawing our room is that we always need to draw the walls in a clockwise direction. This ensures that our wall thickness is allowed for on the right side of the line. Notice these 2 drawings. Both have the exact same wall dimensions given, but as you can see, the one on the right is too small by the thickness of the wall in each direction. Knowing now which way we need to draw our room, I can easily work out off my plan what point I need to start at. I can see in my plan I need to draw my first wall at 3 meters directly across the screen. I can also see that I'll have to do 4 lines that are all connected, so I know that the chain line will be the best tool for the job. I'll select my chain line and then select the first point where I would like to start. Once I've done this, you'll notice on the left hand side a menu appears. You'll also notice that the length field has a slight yellow highlight to it. What this means is we can begin typing in our length and our wall will snap to that size. To do this, we first start drawing the line in the direction we wish to go. In our case, I'll start drawing the line directly across the screen. And once I'm happy with the direction, I'll begin typing in my size. There's no need to click the mouse at any point during this process. Once I've entered my size, I'll hit my enter button and you will have noticed that the wall has been added to the exact size and I can start moving my mouse in the direction for my next wall. I'll continue this process to do the 2,200mm long wall in the downward direction. My next wall, which will go 3 meters back across the screen, maintaining my clockwise direction. And then finally, my last wall in the upward direction at 600mm. Once I'm done, I again right-click my mouse and can choose my selection mode. I have noticed one final step I need to make. I've noticed that the first wall that I've created is actually an island bench, but I've drawn an actual wall. But I also know from my learning of cabinet vision that everything needs to go on a wall. So I need to overcome this issue. You'll notice when I click on the wall, to the left I have a few options. Some of these options will be to change things like the wall height, the soffit, and even the thickness. But above that you'll see an area that says type. And under this it will refer to the wall style. This will currently be set to standard. And if we select it, we'll be able to change it to peninsula wall. You'll see as I do this, the wall has lost its thickness and has just become a line. This means I can draw it on the wall, but it won't show up like an actual wall in our 3D views. So I've added the walls we just drew to a PDF attached to this lesson. If you'd like to download it and have a try at drawing those specific walls, otherwise, maybe just try and draw one of the rooms that are around you. Once you're feeling comfortable with that, come back and we can take a bit of a look at some more advanced styles of walls.